There's this huge myth out there that to make a real living as a creator, you need a massive follower count. We're talking hundreds of thousands, maybe even a million. But honestly, that's just not true. Today, we're going to break down the exact roadmap creators use to go from 0 all the way to 6 figures. And trust me, it has way less to do with followers than you'd think.
Okay, so let's just start with a quick reality check. The hard truth is that the vast majority of people trying to make it in this creator economy, well, they're barely making any money at all. Now, this isn't to discourage you, it's to show you that whatever the common approach is, it's clearly not working.
So this is the real question, isn't it? How do you break through and join that top tier? Well, it's not about getting lucky or having one video go viral. It's about understanding there's a path, a step-by-step path that the top earners take, and it's one you can absolutely follow.
And this right here, this is the heart of it. I have literally seen creators with just 25,000 followers making a cool $50,000 a year, while other people with 100,000 followers are barely clearing a few $100. The difference isn't the audience size. It's a smart, deliberate monetization strategy.
All right, so let's get into the map itself. We're going to walk through the complete 4-phase journey that can take you from earning your very first dollar all the way to running a 6-figure business.
So here it is, the entire map laid out. Phase 1 is all about building that solid foundation. Phase 2, that's where you start earning your first real, consistent income. Phase 3 is where you scale up into a full-time living, and Phase 4, that's when you start operating like a true business. So let's break down the climb.
We're going to start by bundling the first 2 phases together, because this is where you build all that initial momentum. This is that crucial journey from 0 to your first $10,000. Phase 1 is all about getting your first 1,000 followers, which usually takes around 6 months or so. And yeah, the income goal is pretty modest, up to $1,000. But the big takeaway here is that you start monetizing now. Not later, not after you've built some huge audience, you start right away.
You don't have to wait for YouTube or TikTok to start paying you. Seriously. With just a few hundred engaged followers, you can land small micro-sponsorships with brands, you can sell simple digital products like a Notion template, or just promote the tools you already use through affiliate marketing.
The most important thing in this phase is just to take action. This week, seriously, you could create a simple digital product, you could set up an Amazon Associates account, or just start pitching a few small brands. This is how you start building that monetization muscle right from day one.
Okay, now let's jump into Phase 2. As you grow from 1,000 to 10,000 followers, your income potential really starts to take a huge leap. This is where you can start making a consistent $1,000 to $10,000 a year.
And with that growth comes brand new opportunities. This is when you can unlock things like YouTube AdSense and your brand deals become way more valuable. It's also the absolute perfect time to launch your very first mini course or maybe offer some one-on-one coaching.
All right, so you've built that foundation, you've made it through the climb. Now we get to the advanced stages, where you make that incredible transition from being a creator with a side hustle into a real, scalable business.
So in Phase 3, once you're between 10,000 and 50,000 followers, a full-time income of up to 50 grand a year is completely achievable. The big mindset shift here is from just creating content to actually building systems. At this stage, you're landing major brand deals, and you can introduce recurring revenue, which is a game changer, with something like a paid community. This is where you create a signature course that becomes a real cornerstone of your entire business. You're building assets, not just one-off posts. And finally, we hit Phase 4. This is the big push to 6 figures. With an audience of 50,000 or more, you've now earned the authority and the trust to start introducing premium, high-ticket offers.
Look, to operate at this level, you just can't do it all alone. The strategy here is about leverage. It's about building a small team, creating those premium products that deliver massive value, systemizing your operations, and yeah, starting to think seriously about your business structure, like forming an LLC to protect yourself.
Okay, scaling through all of those phases, that sounds like a monumental amount of work, right? And it can be, but today, you and I, we have a secret weapon that can accelerate every single step of this journey, and that's artificial intelligence.
Let's just take one task, pitching brands. The old way was this slow, manual, soul-crushing grind. But with AI, you can generate dozens of personalized, high-quality pitch emails in a fraction of the time. It's a massive force multiplier for your income.
And you know what? Getting started is incredibly affordable.
For about $60 a month, less than a couple of fancy dinners, you can have an AI stack that handles your script writing, your graphic design, and even your video editing. You're basically automating huge chunks of your workflow.
Let's be really clear about the impact here. Using these tools effectively can literally 10x your speed. It allows one person to do the work of a small team, helping you scale your income much, much faster than was ever possible before.
So we've covered the map and we've talked about the vehicle, AI, that's going to help you get there faster. Now it's time to start your engine. Let's make this roadmap real with a plan you can start on today.
The key here is to act based on where you are right now. If you're just starting out, your only focus should be creating that first simple product. If you've got a small audience, it's time to launch that bigger offer, like a course. And if you're already established, your biggest win is going to come from systemizing. So pick one and get it done.
And let's end right where we began. This whole journey isn't a race for followers. It's a game of strategy. A creator with 25,000 engaged fans and 5 different income streams will always earn more than a creator with 200,000 followers and no real plan.
So, I'll leave you with this one question to get you moving from just learning to actually doing. Based on your skills and what your audience truly needs, what is the very first product you are going to create? Your 6-figure journey? It starts with that one simple answer.